So it is the day after the race and having a little bit of a play around the loft, bit of a tidy up. It's a nice, beautiful day. Just brought the hose over. I'm about to give everything a bit of a clean. I've got some stuff soaking there, disinfecting, and I'm going to put the bath tubs in here as well for the birds. They're going to have a bath, especially the guys that have done the race and the ones that will race this weekend as well. Yeah, we've got two up here in the training box, which is good. These two are, I'm assuming, both daughters of Shock and Storm, so we'll see how they turn out. I want to get them out flying. They might join up with the birds in the yellow team, but interesting this time, all other Shock's babies are thrown after him, but Storm's got some strong genes. I tell you, these ones are definitely little Storms. So we'll follow the progress of these ones and see how they turn out, but I want to get them out flying anyway. I want as many birds as possible in this loft flying. Only birds like the best kittle hen and that were ones that will not be out, well, maybe until we get a few rounds out of them and things like that. So where do we start? What we might do is start on this section here. First off, we got one bird back mid-morning. It's lunchtime at the moment, so I'm expecting hopefully one or two more returns. Start little cockbird here. He's not little, but the one that's found back to his perch and he's having to sleep, so he made it back, which is good, but we're still waiting on 7 more. He's getting a bit carried away there. So yeah, we'll see how the day goes. That hen there, that is the little tough hen that I'm talking about. She had, you can see the one with a chip ring on it leg that was broken at some point, and yeah, she healed, which is fantastic. She's my tough hen. I call her the tough hen because I've seen her come back in 120 km/h winds. We had some, well, not, there were gusts, so it was gale force winds, and she just come back. So she done pretty well, and we had about 2 to 3 inches of rain that day. She landed on the landing board, 2 sore legs, couldn't walk, and just rolled into the loft. And she done it recently on our tosses too. She was a little bit late on one of them, stayed out overnight, and we got some pretty bad rain and wind the next day. And I was actually talking to someone that said, oh, you're not going to get any birds today. And I just said, you know what, I bet you my little tough hen will turn up. And she did. She come in the rain, and it was pretty bad rain too, another probably 1 to 2 inches of rain. She turned up, so I'm pretty happy with this little hen. We sent her on the race, and she come back. I think we will clock her at some point. We got a little bit of rain in this weekend's race, so I might put her in it, because she is the tough hen. So she is a daughter of Storm and Leo as well. As my birds, I want them to be tough, so that's kind of what I'm after. I'm hoping she does some placings, but we'll just wait and see. She's slow, but she comes home, so the consistency's there. So we'll just have to wait and see. I'm still waiting on both the black hens, unfortunately, and there was a little pied checker hen that generally sits up in that corner. That's her brother beside her, which is off Shock. We're really not doing too well with Shock at the moment. I don't know what we're going to do about that. We may give him another season. I was thinking before we might find one of these little tiny hens that got in here, my little budgies I call them, that we've got from the inbred of Storm and that. Well, we'll see. It's probably the other bet that we've got, because these two are Shock and Storm, so we'll keep an eye on them, get them flying, see how they go. We may get them tossing at some point. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I've been doing this morning in here. I've been having a real big think about, you know, what birds seem to be doing well, and you know, basically seeing what stock birds are worth keeping and what's our direction. And given that, oh, little Storm, she looks good out there. Look at her. That's her on the left. She's actually 83's sister. We've broken her in loft flying, so it's going to be interesting to see how some of her babies are racing. Actually, have to have a look and see. Oh, actually, yeah, we paired her up with Shock, so most of her babies from Shock and her are on this side. We're still waiting on a few, but we'll see how we go. Don't know if my bird's into Shock's the best, so we'll give him another year and just see. If not, then he might not last in this loft, but we'll see. I was considering him pairing up with my best kittle hen, either him or the red checker, but neither of their babies are really standing out at the moment. What I was thinking, and there is a few comments from yesterday's video, that maybe if 83 continues on with this streak, 83 might get paired up to the best Kittle hen. And for me, I was thinking the same thing actually after yesterday's performance. It's only a short race, but it is his first race. He was quite surprising. And also yesterday, if you do remember, I did give a couple of years ago a couple of young birds away at the same time actually as Little Storm up the top here. She was one of the ones we gave away, but that was the only one I was able to bring back. She done pretty well. She was with the Clockbirds every races that she was in, but her sister and brother done so much better. That's I couldn't get those ones back because I actually gave them away just to test. So anyway, so her brother clocked again yesterday in one of the other races, which is probably, well, yeah, it's a full brother to him, but just a couple of years older than him. So yeah, that blue bar cockbird, that's his brother, which is 83's brother's been doing pretty well. I've got the statistics down. He's actually placed a lot, which is really good, and he's got a little blue checker hen as well that's been really good. So yeah, consistent, that's all I want. So that's what I'm talking about. We're doing a bit of thinking. Like, my focus is generally on the birds that I've been breeding. All the other mixes, like the shocks and that, just to see what else works. And then those ones that work, we breed back into like the 83s, Little Storm, things like that, just to continue on the breeding. Either these half ones that we're testing do well, they can come back into some of the inbred ones as well. So it's a bit of a juggle, but I really got to keep focused on focusing on the birds that I'm working on, because that's my best bet, and they are performing well enough for me. I think after yesterday's results and the last few years of my friend testing them, pretty happy. So we've got, that's why I'm focused on this one here. That's a full brother to 83, so he'll be going this week. That's the one that come back today. I'm keeping him up. He just wants to have a sleep. He stayed out overnight. We've got a sister to 83 here we're going to test. Who else we got in here? There's a few more. There is a full sister somewhere that could be her. So we've got a few in here, and there is another one. Might be that one there actually. It might be a full brother, but just bred this year. We didn't breed many from Leon Storm this year. And we've got Titan Son here too, which is his mother is actually Little Storm, so we'll see how he goes. You can see his flight is it's progressing, but if that hasn't grown out in a week's time, then he can probably stay here. So we're doing pretty well considering, and just dribbling on, but I'm just trying to keep you guys in the loop with my plans. So this weekend we've got another 180 kilometre one from the same spot. It works out 195 kilometres to my house. So I might send the remainder of the 15 birds that haven't been yet. Given that we haven't seen too many returns from yesterday, we've got about 8. I'd say those 8 might go out to the 250 kilometre race. And then once that's done, we'll join them all up, and then we'll just do one race every week in probably 2 weeks' time, which will be still 250, I think. So, which will be good, which will give us a good chance before we jump out to like 380, because it jumps up a bit the next few ones. So yeah, we'll see how we go with those ones. I had all these ones out this morning for a fly, done pretty well. There's only one that's reasonably standoutish, is not ideal, which is this one. He's the inbred son to Leo. I'm at this point not overly a fan of him at the moment. He's a little bit tired. I think he's concussed because the falcon was given a bit of a touch up, and he hit my shed, pretty hard. So I don't know. He's fine. Still flies around, but I think he's a little bit tired. He's not as fit as the other ones. When you see these flying, there's only generally 8, and he's not one of those 8. He hides in the tree somewhere, which is a little bit annoying. But what can you do? But the rest are doing really well, because there is 2 other ones in here that aren't inbred ones. They are direct daughters and son, which is this hen here. She's very nice. She's the better of the two, and there is another one somewhere down here. They are off my blue bar pied hen to my blue bar Vanderbilt cockbird, and both these are half brother and sister to the hen that we clocked yesterday. They got club thirds, so keep a close eye on them. I think the hens, that's probably the hen we might keep an eye on. May not race these ones this year. Those, I was thinking about getting those two onto the truck, but it's probably a bit of a push. We may just keep them as older birds. I definitely like some of the older birds. How are you two going out here? Pretty good. We'll probably get yous out maybe on the weekend for a bit of loft flying. You seem to be doing pretty well, and been spoiling the hens a little bit this morning. Made up a nice little mix for them. So if we can zoom in on this hen here. So this is the blue bar pied hen I'm talking about. It's not a bad little hen. I'm still iffy on her. We'll see how we did clock one of her little daughters yesterday, the blue bar, but we'll just see how she goes. We'll watch her babies over the next few weeks, given that we've only got oh no, there's actually 3 of them in the team. There's two hens with the Vanderbilt cockbird, and then there's one cockbird, actually, blue bar cockbird, that has got a special ring on him, but he's going to go out to 180 or whatever this weekend, so hopefully he returns, because he's been all right so far. So that's that hen. Still debating what we're going to do with a lot of the other ones. There's our little special little hen up the back there. She's cruising. That's the one I was thinking about pairing with 83, but we'll just wait and see how we go. And we've got Storm up here. She's still here. And Ty Grizzled hen. If you guys want some Ty Grizzles, there's a really nice one on Pigeon sales, thingers.com.au at the moment from Willie Teal. You probably should get on there if you want one of them. But I made a nice little candy seed mix this morning with a little bit of special powder on it and a few other bits and pieces, a little bit of seed oil. Just trying to condition up these hens. They are really good. I'm not saying they're out of condition, but I'm just trying to spoil them a bit before breeding season. I'd say this hen's going to get some more chances to breed, but we're going to find her a different partner. Didn't do too well actually with them two paired up this year, so we're probably going to lean more towards some of our my family birds if we've got any left over. We may even look at doing those Ty Grizzles a little bit earlier, just so that I can utilise a cock or hen or something for her cockbirds. They're all just relaxing today. Same thing, they had a little bit of a spoiled treat before as well. Looking pretty good. Blue bar there in the middle. We clocked his daughter yesterday. That's the blue bar I'm talking about, Vanderbilt. Shocks there. Come on, buddy. I love you, but we need to find you a good match, I think. That's the problem. And yeah, we'll see how he goes. We're still waiting on a mealy and blue checker from him, from 2 of his daughters from yesterday. Still haven't turned up. And then we got Big Leo over there. He's got his leg up and he's just posing for us. He's a bit of a show off. So yeah, we'll see how we go. I'm going to give these guys a little bit of a bath, and then we'll just sort of pick up in the afternoon if we fly, or we might get a few more birds back in this afternoon. So I'll catch you guys later. Bit of an update. Hopefully tomorrow's Tuesday. I may have an update from the Federation of where we actually placed yesterday, and we'll also get the information as well in the Federation of where 83's brother clocked as well in a different club as a front marker club, more inland front marker. We're back marker, so we clocked 2 birds, brothers. It's gonna be interesting to see what the velocity is of that one, because 83's velocity was, from what I'm gathering, what I was working out, but I need some more data, is pretty damn quick, so I think he's going to be up there. Alright, I'm going to catch you guys later. Just going to keep tinkering around here and just enjoying the day. But yeah, hope you enjoy your day.